For the last couple of months, anytime I would express my excitement about Samsung's upcoming Ultra HD Blu-ray player, I'd get a lot of confused looks, especially in an office full of millennials. I mean, kids these days and they're streaming, they got no respect for physical media. Except for vinyl. That stuff seems to be pretty popular right now. But I get it, when you can pick up a remote and pretty much stream anything you want to watch instantly off the internet, who needs another disc? Well, those of us in the know that the Ultra HD Blu-ray is the best source material for a new 4K TV. It looks better than anything else. So today we're going to take a look at the UBD-K8500 Ultra HD Blu-ray player from Samsung, talk about what's good, what's bad, and whether you might want to get one for yourself. First thing I noticed when I unboxed this player is that there's no display window. Everything's going to be on screen on your TV. Also, I noticed how cheesy this little USB port plastic cover door is. It's always popping out and that thing really bugs me. You'll notice that the case is curved on the front and the back, and that's to go along with Samsung's obsession of curved TVs and curved sound bars. When you put them all together, they do kind of look cool. Also, you'll find that there are a few control buttons on the unit itself. There's no fast forward or rewind or track advance or back, just eject, stop, play, pause, and power. Also, this sticker is really stuck on. We wanted to take it off, but we're worried about scratching the case because this material scratches really easily. On the back is not a lot. There's an optical digital audio output, an Ethernet port, and then 2 HDMI outputs. And that's really important because a lot of people's AV receivers are not going to be able to pass a video signal coming from this player. So this allows you to run directly to the TV through HDMI 1 and then run an audio output off to your receiver if you want. Here's the remote, and I gotta be honest with you, I'm not a fan. First of all, I'd love a dedicated fast forward and rewind key. You have to press and hold track advance, for instance. And then there's this, the little cursor and enter key are really, really close together. I don't have big thumbs, and I was constantly pressing the wrong button here. And then the other annoyance is that it runs off of one of those large disc-style watch batteries instead of your standard AAA. Now, I get that this may have saved a little bit of space and created a nicer form factor, but frankly, I'd just as soon have a bigger remote. As for build quality, it's not a super beefy player like this Pioneer Elite, but it's not chintzy either like some of those $80 DVD players you used to be able to buy. I'd like to have a slightly more stable disc tray here, but other than that, it's perfectly fine. Here's the on-screen interface for the user, and it's pretty simple, but man, I've used way worse in the past. Here you can start your disc, you can go into multimedia. This would be off that USB port or anything on your network, and then a selection of apps, although Samsung has all of the really important ones preloaded, and you can get quick access to them down here on the bottom of the main screen. There's also a screen mirroring feature for Android device users and a few settings that you can get into for picture settings, sound quality, network connection, that sort of thing. One of the most appealing facets of an Ultra HD Blu-ray disc is that it's got high dynamic range and expanded color information on the disc. So you want to have an HDR TV, more on that in a second, but it will work with a standard 4K TV as long as you've got an HDCP 2.2 input. This is a Vizio M series TV. We're wired into HDMI number 5, which supports 4K at 60 Hertz, and as you can see, we're getting 4K resolution here. We're not getting some of the spectral highlights or the expanded color that you get with a more advanced 4K TV, but it definitely provides an improvement over the 1080p Blu-ray. There's more detail, there's less banding, and it's just a crisper picture in general. But the real magic happens when you connect the K8500 to a proper HDR wide color gamut display like this Samsung KS9500. With HDR turned on and UHD color enabled, what we get are brighter spectral highlights, and the color is definitely different. I mean, take a look at the Martian here. We see a much different hue of red than we saw previously on the Vizio. That's because the colorist made it to look this way. So we're seeing something much closer to what the director intended us to. To me, that's the real benefit of Ultra HD Blu-ray, because while the resolution is nice on super big displays like that 80-inch Vizio, it's less noticeable on, say, a 55 or 65-inch UHD TV. However, If you throw in high dynamic range and the wide color gamut, you get much better picture quality. I think the question on everybody's mind right now is, does this make a significant difference? Is it much better quality than what I get from my regular Blu-ray player or say from streaming 4K? For me, the answer is yes. The HDR, the wide color gamut, more importantly, the high bit rate combine to give you the best picture quality you can get on a 4K UHD TV right now. So if that's what you're after, right now Samsung's $400 K8500 Ultra HD Blu-ray player is the only ticket in town.